folks, welcome back to another episode of Schwaaard or Friends Journey to Legendary. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to play out. To be honest with you, today I would like to do a little more spectating. I'd like to see some more great games, give you all a little more variety. That said, it's not looking totally abundant in terms of people that we have to play right now, so I will start up a game, whether it's me or them, momentarily. Alrighty, pickings are slim right now. Absolutely nobody is playing a game that I can watch, so we are going to jump into it ourselves. This is Joe Knows Math, and this deck is intimidating to me because I was horrible at math pretty much in every single iteration beyond multiplication tables and maybe some short division. But anyway, we're going to jump into it here. He explained to me the general concept of it, but I have yet to really play it. He played it against me, and of course, made a very good showing of it, so I know it has the potential to do good things, but I am not... it's not super complex. We have I believe it's called a strategist, who gives every card of a certain name or type in your hand and in the deck, +2/+2, and we have a plethora of ways to trigger our Relentless Raiders. Oh, not Relentless Raiders, I'm sorry. The little guys, Time to Fight, Nord Firebrands, there we go. And so obviously they go from being 0 cost 1/1s to 0 cost 3/3s, and there's a ton of them. So it's I don't understand exactly why. I think Joe explained to me why it's called mathematical, or why it's called math, but I don't know exactly why. It just seems like, okay, we add points, maybe? I don't know. But we'll see how well it does. We are up against Corona, and perhaps his phone number, I don't know. So we're going to hold on to this, and I guess we'll hold on to that. We'll give out a hello. And it looks like we might... Wait, so he has to...
Come on, then. Entertain me.
Yeah. So we are going to put out Firebrand. Don't know if we're supposed to hold on to it. We need to consume it. So, Port Clan Captain, yeah.
Ready.
And Northwind Outpost probably going to be the next one, followed by Shrewd Strategist. Doink. Oh, I will make him a 2/2. You cannot get away from that, sir. He's feisty, he's fierce. And I need you to remove him so that Shrewd Strategist come down, please. Please remove my Nord Fire. There you go. There you go.
Attack!
Good plan is worth 100 men.
Now all of our Firebrands are +3/+3. And hey, the 4/5 isn't too bad either. Okay, that's kind of bogus, but we're going to be able to draw a lot of cards this turn, so that's pretty darn cool. Ooh.
Why must it always...
And we got another... Do we want to... Yeah, sure, we'll... Oop. Cool. Alright, so raiding party. We got a lot of stuff coming down next
You'll
turn.
not be rid of me that easily.
Alright, so what I'm thinking... Oh, goodness gracious.
Hermamora tests us.
Alright, so... I want Relentless Raider down for the damage, but I also want Hualu Sharpshooter. So... we'll do this.
Time to fight. Time to fight. Talos.
Okay, somehow I did something wrong, because they're not +2/+2. So I screwed up somewhere.
Gotcha.
And y'all are probably laughing at me because you saw it coming a mile away. I had no clue. I thought I was going to have the beefy guys, and I certainly do not have it. I have to look at exactly as to why that is the case.
Fires of all do we attack.
I don't know if I should use Crusaders Assault and Garnag or 5th Legion. I'm really rattled by this whole thing. 3, 5. I think we went Garnag down there. So yeah, we'll do this.
We must protect the Night Mother.
They missed their
Man, now I'm really kind of upset with myself because it looked like we had it going on. We were able to consume the guy, but maybe because it was a relentless. Oh no! Did the Firebrands have to be deployed first? I knew he was going to come down. I knew it. I knew it. Of course, he had to have him right at that time, along with the Harpy and all that good stuff. So. Yeah, it's just the way it is.
I have no fear of
Things will never be the same. And we may have just lost to Hand of Dagoth just now. Don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. He could rage here, I guess. If he's got it. That'd be the icing on the cake. We can't win next turn, so yeah, okay.
You can't defeat me. Training is over.
We'll see
It's
how
time
they
to
someone who fights back.
Man. I'm gonna need to do some research. That bothers me. Ooh, this also is going to bother me. Yeah, you and your harpies, of course. Okay, so yeah, we're getting a little bit of what I wanted there, but not really. Let's see. And the problem is, we lose this.
I'll see you
This
dead.
is such a bummer. Well, as much as I hate to say it, the 3/3 is
Let's do this.
worth more. Oh, no, he's not.
You can't defeat. You can't defeat.
I was going to say worth less, but no, he's actually worth more than...
We'll see how they like
All right.
someone who fights back.
And they have so many big creatures that could come down here and really hose us. Let's hope we don't hit another Harpy. That would just be unfortunate.
Here you've been looking for me.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
A third guard, maybe?
Close ranks, let
Sure,
nothing
why not? Oh, this game is ridiculous. Thank you, East March Crusader.
through. Hold the
Thank
line.
you. Oh, you are no help whatsoever. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, they pretty much everything
As long
dies.
as I
So.
draw a breath, Carlos. There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Goodbye.
What secrets do you seek?
I don't like that. Lyneth with enough magicka to do stuff, not good. Thinking maybe a lightning bolt. Maybe the third Harpy. Wardcrafter. I mean, there's a lot of things they could pull that would be very useful in shutting us down here. Or Hand of Dagoth, because we can't finish it next turn unless we get a drain. So we might pull Hand of Dagoth, and that could close out the game next turn. Nope. Okay. Oh, stuff it, sir. Stuff it. I already know your game. You don't work. You don't work the way you're supposed to. I mean, will that buff them up even more? I don't know how it works. Again, like I said, this is math, folks. This is math, and I'm bad at math. I have to keep in mind
Here you've
rage,
been
because this...
looking
Okay,
for
there's
me.
something screwy going on here, because, yeah. Alright, yeah, so they're making a play to go
I will push them back.
for lethal next turn. They just had all the right stuff at the right time. And I didn't know exactly what I
Goodbye.
doing.
noticed
Yes, I
a
guess
flaw
we're
in your
hoping for a
plan.
prophecy at this point.
Goodbye.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get it.
Goodbye.
Oh, hey, all right, there we go. It's not going to be enough. Yeah. I mean, I could have maybe forced a... Yeah, it just wasn't going to work. Here we are, the fresh match with Marxist for Life, a.k.a. Mark, number 34, my favorite number. And he is battling out with somebody, with Kamikyo? It's either Kamikyo 1 or Kamikyo 1. I think it's Kamikyo 1. Not that it makes much of a difference. He is the Moon Chaser. For a second I thought that said Cheeser. So Moon Chaser versus the Immortal. Going off the lore, Mark should win this handily, obviously being immortal, but we shall see. He is running, looks like possibly a dragon guild swarm.
Eyes alone.
And he is up against Wax and Wane Shenanigans. And he's got the ideal start. He also does have Ice Storm, though. Ice Storm is a killer, as Joseph taught me when he gave me a deck in for the Gauntlet, and there was a lot of Wax Wayne because it was the Elsewhere Gauntlet. It's like, Ice Storm is gonna do some good wrecking there, and it did. It really did. So that is going to be his hope. Let's see what he plays out here. Hive Defender. Okay. It's good as long as there's no, let's see. It's turn 4. I don't think the Lion Kitty can come down just yet. I don't remember if that's a 5 cost or 4 cost. We will see. The General, I think his name is.
Nice.
Okay. So he chose not to use the gate there. He's probably, I'm guessing the General comes next turn. And Kamiki 01 chooses to pass the turn. Thing is, if this is the Guild Sworn Dragon deck, at least the one I'm thinking of, Mark is not running this is not an aggressive deck, so he's not chomping at the bit to get to face.
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us.
Fervor.
This one will be going.
He is not going to trade with the Dragon. We'll leave that to Dragon. So entry, let's see, I don't think... I mean, Fingers of the Mountain would be a focus attack that he could use. He's not going to go for that. He's going to go for heals. Shackle the 3/3, I'm guessing. Take out the 4/3. Punch him in the face. I think I might sneeze in the next 5 minutes. Bear with me. Oh, I just realized I was supposed to cut that out of a video. I totally forgot that it was in there. Yeah, so I apologize. You guys saw a video 1 or 2 times ago where I actually sneezed, like made a big production of it because I told myself I was going to cut it out of the video, and I totally forgot to do it. And I'll probably forget this time too, so I'll try to be a little more subtle about it just so you don't have to see that. That's unfortunate, but it just, I lose. I don't have a way right now to track where I'm at in the video. I should just have a piece of paper to give myself a time code, but I don't, so mea culpa for that bit of nonsense, but let's get back into the actual game, which is why we're all here for. What is Mark going to do? Is he going to Earth Bone? Does he care if the Ebonheart Oracle gets to go off? Does he want the health to go that far out of reach? I mean, obviously Kamikyo is really invested in the supports, so it's got the life gain. Was it the Elixir of Vitality or Elixir? Yeah, hey, I guessed it right. Despite sucking at math. All right, so it looks like we are going to see a muted
I fight with the fervor of the wild
Heart
hunt.
Oracle. Still a 4/5. Still has that 4 attack, so can trade favorably with 2 pieces over there, unless Crusader's Assault is going to be the order. Well, now that would make sense. They break the rune. Channeled Storm. And going to hold off. Yep. I forget Channeled Storm's utility is obviously every time you hit, it's got that. It's not expertise,
The
it's
nine inspire us.
something else. And Ebonheart Clone, Ebonheart Part 2 comes down and could very easily eat a Fingers of the Mountain. Nope. Okay. Gonna save that for a rainier day. Why worry when the Shackle can get it done? Kind of hold her at bay. I don't think we'll see him attack here either, unless no. Yeah, because he doesn't really have much of a... I would assume it's because he doesn't have much... Well, he doesn't have Bupkis in his hand for attack. It's not like he's sitting on some high-end stuff that he can play next turn. He's really... Okay, I think we will see the Ice Storm come out. You'll see a trade and an Ice Storm. Well, he can't trade because they got guarded.
Chimera, spirit of the sky.
And no! Ice Storm is not going to get it done. 2 Divine Fervors. That stings. This is a formidable foe, a formidable board. And I'm not sure what we're going to see from Mark here, because his whole board dies to Ice Storm, so that doesn't seem to be a viable option. Could see Crusader's Assault, and I think that discounts Fingers of the Mountain by 2, so he could play both of those. One less each, so... Yeah, okay, so that would work. He could play Crusader's Assault and then Fingers of the Mountain, if he so chose. But, man, it's going to wipe his board out. The only good news is that he's still pretty much on par with cards. The problem is his opponent has 3 supports, 2 of which are very consequential to how the game is going to go. And unless we see the Douche come down, or a Vicious Dreg, if he happens to run that, those will stay on there and make every trade from here on out much more difficult. So I would say Mark is at a decided disadvantage at this point. Chooses to not go the action-packed route. Mark, as we know, is a trained and avid control player, so he's got the composition and the wherewithal and the self-control to not go face when it seems obvious. Although I will say, even myself, I am not... There's times where I watch Control and I'm like, oh, please go face, please go face. This is not one of those times. Cast in a timely removal. Will we see it here, though? Will we see a trade? Is he going to save that for a more apt target? Yep, he is going to save that. Get himself some CADs. That's a problem with when your opponent, if they heal quite a bit, it does allow... Oh, Marak. Marak, I feel, is going to come in big here. You usurper. You... Turd Muffin that we're rooting for because you're on the good side this time, but still. Rock! Focusing here. Yeah, so even me in my mad rush to deploy my forces and hit face, the way the board is now, I would have no desire to attack face. So I think, but it's hard. It's really hard to set. I mean, because Mark doesn't have a way to really build up the board right now at all. I mean, he could do Desperate Conjuring, but that would truly be, I don't want to say it would truly be desperate and then have him do it, but I think it's needlessly desperate. I think he's really considering his opponent is gathering cards, and with this kind of magic, we could see more of that, general... Mark lamenting, and I'll tell you what, I just got a huge sense of deja vu. I feel like I had this exact conversation in this exact situation where, same thing, I can't find it. I asked if he had the douche. If this follows my deja vu, he'd say no. I don't know why he wouldn't have him. So that's a little weird. But I could have sworn it was like, no. Oh, yes. Oh, and Belligerent Giant. So yeah, he's got... Sorry, and you all can let me know if the text is too distracting. I don't really think we're missing out on too much there. That obviously we had Kitty with Scimitar, also known as Queen's Captain, come down and destroy the stolen... No, wait, no. See, he destroyed Marak. Marak stole the 3/3. She was a 5/5, but when he stole her, she became a 3/3 because he doesn't have Divine Fervor. So for a second, I thought he stole that, but no, he went ahead and terminated Marak, who I think it was more about just putting a big body on the board. Okay, no, and the other half of it is he looks like he is looking to make a push. Or start making his push. 1, 2, 3, 6. His opponent has 6 cards. He could break 1 rune. That would give him 7, 8. So he wouldn't. He's nowhere close to overdrawing. Gets rid of, it's only fitting. It's justice. Queen's Captain gets, yeeted just as he yeeted Marak. Okay, well, he's He's whittling them down, one piece at a time. All right. Well, it could only be worse right now if if he had forward camp. Which I wonder how that would work. If he replaces one of those with forward camp, does it automatically spawn? I don't think I've seen that happen. So who knows? But yeah, man, with those divine fervors, that's what Mark was saying. He really wanted. He's looking for his belly G or his douche because those divine fervors are really made this game much more difficult than it would be normally. Gotta say, I do like seeing the premium of this, with the glowing dogs. I think that's a great looking effect. It's an epic though, man. Those are so expensive to craft. Pointy wall of spikes. Interesting to see what the synergy is there. Obviously, it's a fine defensive card, but without some kind of weaponry, I mean, even Unstoppable Rage wouldn't do jack diddly squat. So it'd be interesting to see what if anything that can do. Guessing Kamiki 01 has some kind of removal. And that big old hand of his to take out. Yep, and the black dragon goes down. So I don't know. Maybe I mean, we certainly are seeing dragons here, but I don't know that this. I don't. I may have been mistaken when I said this was a Dragon Guildsworn deck. There seems to be a lot of other. So there's our Belly G arriving right on time. And hey, the great news is breakthrough. He could totally wreck, especially if the opponent Kimikio or Kimiki inadvertently, because I don't think you can tell. Well, I know you can't tell where the spirit conjures to, which side. So he could inadvertently have it conjure over here and give Mark a pretty nifty breakthrough. Because he will want to trigger that. He will want to trigger the elixir, since his health is now getting low and Mark is threatening. Has significant threats on the board. I don't think Belly G is going to last. It would be a really... Yeah. There's just too much. Too many cards.
Try something.
Razzle-ma-dazzle-ma-dazzle comes down. Razzle-ma-dazzle.
This one warned you.
And he has the audacity to poke face, ignoring the Harpy altogether. Poor Harpy. Poor Harpy. And now we... Oh! Memory Wraith. Not relevant at all in this matchup, frankly, but at least as far as I know, I could be whiffing on a specific card that allows it, but I don't think so. So we will see. So Cradle Crush can help get rid of Razzle-ma-dazzle, which I think he definitely wants Razzle gone, and still. As of right now, does not have Kimikio does not have a favorable trade with Cradle Crush when he comes down, and he may use Fingers of the Mountain to. Okay, I'm just way off. I feel like a legitimate sports announcer, sportscaster, because this is kind of what they do a lot of the time. It's a lot of rampant speculation. And it's like, oh, it's totally going to be about the defense here, and we're going to totally see the offense. Blah 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 blah. And the key to this is this. And then you watch the game and like none of that happened. And it was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I do feel like a bit of a sportscaster in my thinking memory rate. Goodbye, discard that didn't really need it. I mean, it's a great inclusion. I have it in the Guildsworn Dragon deck that I run because, you go up against anything with the Resurrection probably. It's a brilliant card to have. And I think that's the third one. Every single big body that... No, only one? I could have sworn we just saw two. Am I being gaslit here by the game? What nefariousness is this? I could have sworn that was a second piercing jab. Ooh, defensive bloomer. Alright, so this has decidedly taken a turn for the worse. Oh boy. Ice Storm is, again, that Divine Fervor. This would have been a ripe board. What am I missing here? Oh, yeah, Defensive Broomer. See? in and out. I just don't see Defensive Broomer played very often. But yeah, that's what's I was just like, wait, no, those should be 5-3s, not 6-4s. So defensive Broomer bailed out Kamiki. Ice Storm isn't absolutely impotent, especially with Cradle Crush coming down, or Earthbone.
By Arcade's beard, stay back.
I'm not sure if he's saving Cradle Crush for if he has a way to give him breakthrough, or maybe it's just he's looking for a little bit. He's maybe trying to get value if he can get rid of the other Divine Fervor. Cradle Crush will get a little bit more.
Don't count me out yet.
Oh man,
Ready to move out.
he's got all the stuffs. This is kind of feeling like the last game where you get him. We got him down to, the last rune or two, and they just have the exact stuff they need in the late game, which is most unfortunate. So I feel your pain, Mark. I feel your pain. Not to say you can't pull this off.
Ready to move out.
Boy. But it ain't looking great. I mean, it's going to be at least 2 more turns before Kamiko doesn't have... His board is not big enough, especially if he loses the 10-5. Okay, we just saw Rage come down, which is kind of a necessary... Not a necessary evil, just a necessity.
This one will be going.
It's going to drain back up. This is... Yeah, so for those of you who may have missed it, or if I happen to... Oh, boy. All right, well, again, we're just seeing just the perfect...
Until my last breath.
The
I'll
perfect,
do what I must.
perfect draw. Like, you couldn't ask for a better draw than
I'll
what
do what I
Kamikyo
must.
has. Or Kamiki. I want to say Kamikyo. I mean, that was just... Yeah, it's... and there's the douche. Arriving late as heck. Thank you for nothing, you slow turd muffin. What are you doing? You always show up. You always show up when the opponent needs to ping. But when we need you, you're... What were you doing? What? Oh. Nice. Nice. Okay, I mean, it's still going to take a miracle to pull it off, but boy, would you love to see it. With the odds stacked against him right there. I mean, the douche coming in late, but boy, he just turned the tide. Not another support. Surely this is... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sorry, I'm salty on behalf of my friend here. This is just... hey, all right. Again, I feel like the game's throwing him some bones here, which, I mean, there is something to be said for it. I think there have been times, certainly when I've played, where it seems like the game, without outright stating it or being too obvious about it, the game does give you chances, opportunities to win. They're very small. The window is very small, and if you miss it, you're screwed. But I know the game's not that smart. But like, when oh boy, no draw, desperate conjuring. As the name implies, may be used here out of desperation. Phalanx is great for absorbing.
Here we make our stand.
Tier. And... Okay. Alright, does he have another Javelin? Does Kamikyo have... What did he top deck there? What's he about to play? Crusader? No, he didn't have Crusader Assault. This is Monk. It's a good game. It's a good game either way. Hard to see. Oh, yep. There's the removal. Exactly what was needed.
Nice try.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But that's TESL for you. That's TESL. Up next, we have Brave. Brave Myriad. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I found out what it means, which means beloved, actually, which is fantastic. Wonderful name. But I don't think I've ever actually heard it pronounced. So I think it's Myriad. But just call her Brave for now. Brave going up against with Halalu. So it's great. We're actually seeing Halalu again. She did mention that she is doing a bit of the yo-yo right now. This is one of those days where you win one, you lose one, you win one. I queued into her last game just as she was finishing it off. So we didn't get to see that game, but hopefully we will see something of this from her again. Let's see. So she's up against Nitro Chaos. At first I thought it had something to do with nachos for whatever reason, but it's not. It's Nitro Chaos, which kind of sounds cool. I actually like the movie. I don't know if you've seen a Turbo, and it makes me think of that. You know, Turbo, the little snail, he goes really fast. Actually, I want to watch that now. Voiced by Ryan Reynolds. I'd recommend it if you were looking for just a fun romp, animated movie. You know, in the vein of, you know, like old school Pixar. Fun movie. But yes, we are hoping to see Brave string together in the win. So, like I said, I came in at the last minute, and she just prevailed against a Battle Mage deck. It had kind of come down to the wire. Really wish we could have caught it, but I was just finishing up with the last game and just came in a little too late. And ironically enough, Nitro Chaos taking quite a long time to get started here. It doesn't seem to be functioning on the Nitro end of things. More like out of gas chaos. But anyway, moving on. Hopefully he's not trying to ice Brave, but she will not be denied. It's great to, I was telling her, she mentioned she was running Lalu. I was excited because we just don't see a lot of Lalu. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I got excited because we saw it the other day, I believe. And you just don't see a lot of Lalu these days. She actually says she's playing it because she tried to switch to another deck. She was playing with it, did really well. She got like 2 wins with it. Tried to play with another deck, couldn't win with another one, so she went back to Lalu. So it seems like Halalu has kind of just taken over, said, no, you're done with me when I say you're done with me. You're not going to win unless you play with me, and when I'm done with you, you'll know it because you'll lose. So again, we are unfortunately seeing Nitro Chaos. Really, you just think of frenetic movement. You think of a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and we are just not seeing that. It also kind of conflicts with the Master of Stealth. I'm not seeing fast and stealthy. Usually they don't go together. So he's running a dragon deck, which is good news for Brave, as she expressed concern that this was a movement ping or lethal archer, which understandably would be could be a bit of a problem. But this is dragons. I like dragon archer. When I play against the computer, a lot of times that's the deck I play. It's just, for me, it's just fun. It's not fast per se. It's just I like the colors. I like dragons, and I like how it goes. I don't use shouts though, and clearly Nitro does. But on the plus side, we saw that card come down within 10 seconds. So maybe it just takes a little time for the Nitro to wind up.
You don't think to snake by me.
Oh, Wily Kiva, Wily Kiva, really, you don't want to see that ugly bird past turn 1 or 2. Well, turn 2, really. Maybe turn 3. Maybe. Well, no, it's turn 4. No fun. Don't want to see that bird. You're good early on. Right now, you are no bueno. East March struggling to get some East March value there. So, I mean, obviously with other options, it's fine. It really sucks when East March is your only viable play. So it's either play nothing or play him without the draw value.
Gone!
Okay, the shout. Let it all come down. Ooh, the ping dragon. Only good thing going right now is the opponent running a little short on cards, but otherwise, I mean, Sharp-Eyed Ashcan can come down if maybe Prowl Smuggler next one. No, okay, she is going to go for well, and I think seeing that Sharp-Eyed Ashcan is the she'll be able to play that either this turn or the next turn if she wants to. She does have that draw potentially. So we may see Prowl Smuggler, Wily, and hopefully a third card come down on turn 6, but another 2-drop. So that Sharp-Eyed Ashcan only is discarding 1 card, which she plays it on turn 7. But we'll see. She may just go ahead and get rid of the hand and hope for something a little bit better. Get Sharp-Eyed down. He's a 5/5, right? 6/6, even better. Alright, using the shouts to great effect. There's the silence she was hoping for. I'm not really sure. Not too many great targets for it right now. I mean, I get it. This is Halalu, so chances are you probably want to get rid of the life gain.
I only need 1 shot.
Because the 4/3 is only a problem if you have the Leaf Lurker, and there's really that would be a really waste. That would be a waste of a Leaf Lurker or a finish off. So definitely a good call there. There's no cause to leave the dragon on. But yeah, as a Halalu, and from what I'm seeing so far, this is supposed to be more of an aggressive list, maybe mid-range, but mostly aggressive. In which case, seeing her opponent with all that health is not healthy. Very happy to see Sharp-Eyed Ashcan. He doesn't get a lot of play. I think he looks a little ridiculous. This little hat thing. I didn't craft him specifically because I was wondering if there'd be like a premium or something where he doesn't look quite so silly. I mean, it's kind of like a Christmas tree. It's just got this. I just put a star on the top of my head. I tried to convince myself that was a background, that it was like this, whatever this church is thing behind him, that was part of that, and it lined up poorly. But that's part of his headdress or something. So anyway, I think the Jarl is a better looking card, but Sharp-Eye definitely has more utility. But I think Mercenary Captain, of course, she can't play. This is good. She's got it down to where he's the only one. She'll only be discarding one card, maybe none if she picks up a 2-drop next turn, and then gets maximum value from the Sharp-Eye. But anyway, it's good to see him. He doesn't get a lot of play, and I think it's because of the headdress. I don't think it has anything to do with his viability as a card. It's just he looks kind of silly. And the Ashcan, Ashcan. Anyway, on to the game here. Opponent being very careful not to give Brave any cards. Oh, and he's got the combo that he needs. Now the 3/3 needs to be removed / silenced because that is going to keep Nitro in the game. Markman, perfect, great.
Wait,
You can play everything, and Sharp-Eyed Ashcan comes down. Maximum value, good patience by Brave, giving the makeshift defenses a little bit of teeth.
Ready for anything.
And Deepwood Tracker, I believe. Deepwood Trapper. There we go. Did I say Tracker? You heard Trapper. I said Trapper. I didn't say Tracker. I honestly don't know what I said. Not important. What's important is... Yeah, I'm feeling the same way, Brave. Certainly. This is a game that really has just kind of been mixing it up a lot. And gosh, just get rid of that 3/3. He's probably got another dragon. Tiny D or something. It's those times that you really hate being right. There's no joy in being right in cases like that. It's just frustrating. You're unpredictable. So Brave is going to have to... she could lane shift the... Yeah, she'll have to shift the Ashcan. Or what is it called? The something of Ashcan? Oh no, okay. Sharp-Eyed Ashcan. I thought she would shift him over maybe to take that trade with a 3/2, but okay. She's got a different plan, which is great. Take out the draw, the drain, the draw. Still cannot get value from that East March. My goodness gracious. Another marked man. This is brutal. Like, this is the last thing you want to see right now is marked man on turn 9. So she's definitely... She's mentioned before that she typically gets these inverted... Oh! And the one card that she had of significant value, that was a significantly big body, is the one that comes down just in time for the Leaf Rifle. Yeah. I don't know what's in the air today, but I tell you what. Oh, First Rune Prophecy. Is this a gateway game? I don't...
Out there?
Feels like a gateway game. It really does. But finally gets the perk, and Cloud Rests should be getting some immediate satisfactory play. Obviously, she would have been better if she came down as a not legendary prophecy, but take what we can get. These trades still not really enough to make a convincing push for lethal. Again, Nitro probably not gonna give her any cards. probably counting down to Alduin or Odahviing. Probably running both.
Is someone out there?
Let's hope not, because there's been plenty of discounts. Okay,
Care
the
to
last
make a
card.
friendly wager?
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. They also got maximum value from their draw engine. But Razzle Madazzle Madazzle is going to come down, and
Won't leave to regret.
that could be great. Any goodness that Nitro gets, Brave also gets. So good card draw there. And right off the jump, she knows. Well, she doesn't get the final two cards there, but she knows half of what's in his hand there, which is nice. No removal ostensibly for Razzle Dazzle Dazzle. You want him to stick one more turn. Oh, ugh. Call Dragon. Ah, boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy. Tiny D. So yeah, I think I look forward to. Yep. Saying, come on, hit me in the face. Give me those cards. I don't care about you.
Nothing like a good battle.
Or do I? But yeah, if you're commenting on two games, at least, no matter what happens on every single play, somebody's playing. The turn is going in the direction that I would like to see it for either friend. So I look forward to that, because these can be rough when you're really pulling for somebody, and you're seeing the game just kind of give you the bad business. It's, boy, this is about when I'd be going, okay, I'm bored now. Which, hopefully Brave is not feeling similar pangs, because that's when you just kind of go, all right. But just let me know. Let's see what she can do here. Yeah, I'm guessing she'll use the cloak as well. No, okay, all right. Gonna hold on to that for a brief moment and then play it. Yeah, just a battle of the Clockwork Dragons.
Care to make a friendly
And another, oh my goodness, game! What do you... Oh, that's... So yes, so confirmation there, Brave is feeling the exact same thing I am, which stinks, because if you like to mix it up, if you're really all about the the late game, you're just invigorated, your pulse is racing, and yeah, bored does not begin to describe it at this point.
You bet on the wrong side.
The only thing, well, I was going to say the only thing she had going for, Deepwood Tracker could really, oh, that's probably going to be it. Just all the wrong cards at the wrong time. Straw has been abysmal. Abysmal.
The land she once was.
And let's see, can Nitro close it out? 14-15. Not quite, unless he's got a Charger in there, or Odahviing, in which case, is that enough? 17, 18, no, still not enough, even if he can remove the 1-3. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Even though I like the Dragon deck, at this point, it is not my friend. Because it's contributing to the yo-yo effect that has plagued so many players and created premature fatigue with a gaming session or a gaming day or gaming week for some. But Nitro slowing down a little bit here, but I mean, they just could very well be thinking everything through, whether or not he really wants to try to push, likelihood of survival, what he's seen so far. You can certainly understand why at this point it might be taking a little bit longer. So, cool. All right, it's still a guard, unless Tiny D or oh boy. I mean, Cloud Rest, a great pull there. Is he really going to push that? Okay, I thought he was really going to push that last bit of damage. Another Cloud Rest, not going to be. I mean,
training is over. It's time to draw their fire.
All right, good. I mean, Brave playing her best, putting her best foot forward. I mean, Millimir has to go away. He has to be the target. It just isn't going to help. No? Okay, so 7. Opponent does have lethal, barring a prophecy. We just saw one come down, so it could happen. I don't know if she's running piercing javelin or not. Possible. We might see Nitro play the clockwork. Nope, looks like he's going to go for it. He's done with the game as well, and he's going to be able to close it out here. So, well played, but boy, oh boy. And we're back with another game from Brave. Right now, she is up against Guildsworn from IYX? Ix, maybe? Let us hope that Ix is running. No, that is very telling.
I keep a spare blade in
No, maybe not. I was going to say, but we know, and I don't care, I'll rankle feathers here. We know invade players have no shame. So for an invade player to say I'm sorry, that would indicate that they understand that they are a blight on the game. Hey, we don't know for sure. Let's not get too excited, but it does look good. It looks like this is just going to be a straight up game, but also not aggressive apparently. So this is interesting. This is interesting and good because Brave is the aggressor, or wants to be the aggressor in pretty much every matchup. So this actually works out well. I don't know if Ix. I'm just gonna say Ix. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. I think Ix actually is phonetically looks pretty cool, but anyway, I don't know if Ix has read the writing on the wall and seen that. Seeing what Myriad is running. Unfortunately, one Magicka off being able to Halalu Sharpshooter the 2/2 take its ward and its tome abilities.
It's time to act.
But could bring down a beefy 5/2 Riftbane. Wisely giving the dagger, knowing that the Orc clan is probably going to bite it. Well, hard to say. I'm guessing Ix is going to try to take out the 3. Well, no, the 4/1. 4/1 is probably the better target. Obviously, if Ix has some kind of removal, that'll do it. But putting the dagger on the 5th Legion trainer was a good call. And already has her opponent down to 19, so on a good path. Looks like, I don't know, unless we see a defender come down, it seems like Ix is not necessarily a control deck. It's just has had some bad draws. So curious to see if she takes Brave takes the trade with the 2/2. Just to keep the 3/1 alive, and she does. She does. East Marsh Crusader there for
No matter what.
draws. Markman can come down, gives it.
Did you hear that?
Could be, well, it's too early for, I want to say Divine Fervor, but it's the Immolating Blast. I don't know, Ix, I don't think they would be running Nash removal. And like I said, it's irrelevant now anyway, it's too early in the game, but that's why I'm thinking Brave has spread the lanes out a little bit, but some other strategy, perhaps. Maybe he's trying to open up the field lane as a possible attack lane, since it does clear it out now that there's a 2-1 there, so Ix will have to...
Here I come.
2-6 does 1 damage. Wow. Oh boy. I mean, kudos to Ix for running a card that you don't see a whole lot of.
Hold in line.
It's not in premium, but that's all right. But man, it's just a peculiar deck composition here. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not condemning it. I mean, it's fresh, it's different. But I mean, just usually you play that with a self-harm deck or something. Like there's some synergy there with certain cards, and I don't know what the ultimate synergy is with that, other than maybe it's a big body, or maybe Ix is just now getting into the game. Obviously, has made some good progress getting up into the tower, but perhaps is just kind of has we're in that awkward place where you have a bunch of cards of different kinds, and they don't necessarily all synergize together. But you're just like, well, this is a 3-6 or 2-6. This is good. Anyway, you could see different reasons for it. Certainly, it's just a very peculiar thing. That's a card you'd certainly are not surprised to see. Yeah, it looks like Ix had just had a mid-range Guildsworn and relate. Interesting. Well, I shake my head, but the fact of the matter is we're only on turn 6. It feels like we're on turn 10. I don't know why. It certainly feels that way. It's no slant on the game at all. For some reason, I just feel like we're on turn 10, so I'm seeing these low drop cards come down. I'm like, but we're only on turn 6. She's just moving right along here, and now has lethal in that field lane. And keeping the Atronach alive, it wouldn't have been harmed without the ward anyway, but keeping it alive does prevent a trigger from Alfiq, and it's going to be just enough on board right now to keep her from lethal. Can't think of a 0 cost that would change that. So hopefully, I don't know what reach Brave has. If it's got I'm guessing Dawnbreaker's in the mix somewhere. Hopefully, I'm not sure. It looks like she may just be able to wear Ix down. Not 5th Legion last turn would have been a good one, but good news is though, if she drops it in the shadow lane. There you go. Well, I'm not saying that's the right play. It was in my brain just because now they have to have guards in both lanes, because with just the one... No! I was going to say, unless they have health gain and Giggles comes down. Giggles! No, Giggles! Bad Giggles! Bad Giggles.
May the fates smile on Khajiit.
But I missed it. They're not playing action? They didn't play in action. So Giggles came down, she laughed, and now she's going to cry because she's not able to... Or did I miss it? I didn't miss it. No, we haven't... There was no action played. I don't know if Ix is just now realizing this, or this is just a dramatic pause before the concession, or what, but that 5th Legion Trana with her little measly 1 point of damage is going to be able to end the game, barring some shenanigan I don't know about. Nope. I'm watching the counter now. Like I said, I can't hear anything. I have the volume off so that it's not reverberating. I don't have to wear a headset. Ix is roping. So, Ix, you apologize at the beginning. You're not helping the community. You're not helping the game. This is the kind of thing that sours people. Well, it would sour me. I can't speak for everybody. But well done, Brave. That's the most important thing. Coming away with the win. She is on the yo side of the yo-yo and is able to close it out.
This one thanks you.
at a very close thing. And this one thanks you, the cold stone thankfulness. Right, coming in on Jefe Deyantis? I believe I pronounced that correctly. I don't know. I know the double L is a Y sound. We will call him Jefe for now, though. He has a different name that I am blanking out on in the Moloch, I believe. Oh, is it Moloch? Jefe? I don't know. We'll go with Jefe for now. Anyway, just jumping into this here. Looks like a pretty evenly matched game. Jefe at rank 2 up against a rank 1 thief. The Grande Zohan 1. Recognize the name. Pretty sure that's the... see him running Tribunal in the past. Let's go ahead and get into it. Jefe, I would say, in a good spot. No guards there. Dwarven Dynamo most likely going to come down. Beef up his oh, I can't remember that guy's name. Dwarven Sphere. Which I'm guessing at some point in its lifespan does look like a sphere. Guess it transforms down into little wheels there. But anyway, Dwarven Sphere there gets him down to 9. Does have 3 reach. So technically it's 6. Wide board, mass removal, ice storm, emulating blast, all of those definitely bad news for Jefe. But barring that, looks like he'll be able to get in just enough. 6, 7. He does have lethal on board right now. And I was about to say, unless the Dark Seducer, but he's got cast out. He has got cast out. Took me a brief second there, but that should close it out, especially with Dawnbreaker. Whoa! She goes, wait, no, I haven't seduced you. I haven't seduced you with my wiles. Don't send me back. Dawnbreaker. Whack. Well done, Jefe. Well done. Able to close it out with a good bit of reach on the right cards in hand. Trying something new to shake things up, we are joining K-Fluffy NPO friends in a versus arena match. So we're going to see a little bit of what happens when you're doing your own deck construction. We are coming in with K-Fluffy at least ostensibly on the back foot. Oh! Oh my goodness gracious. And just like that, he is on the front foot. Yeah, I cannot fault Avenged Fish for that play there. I totally forget about those things all the time. The idea of having something on there that gives weapons or gives buffs. Like if there's a Divine Fervor, sometimes I'll forget about that, and I play a Night Mother or something, and I'm like, oh, I just gave my opponent a 1/1 to attack me with. So totally understand that. Happens to me quite a bit. But we can see here, K-Fluffy number 10, so in the top 10, and Avenged Fish just outside of the top 10 at rank 13. Again, I believe this is separate. This is the arena ranking, not their ladder. So that's probably why we're seeing things like the Rothgar Forge. And that's the one great thing about Arena is you see a lot of cards that you wouldn't normally see.
The end of life is not the end of usefulness.
All right, the Rothgar Forge not handing out any duds this time. Clearly, K-Fluffy is a valued customer. He's getting a lot of good weaponry from the blacksmith. He's not shorting him. Not the worst thing to see. Umbra. All right. Well, hey, that is going to keep his Grave Singer alive. Is he going to hit here? He's got the rally, so he may want to, but he chooses not to. Discretion is a better part of valor. He's got a nice premium version of the original Grave Singer. I think I have the alt art myself, but another. I don't know. I'm curious. Does he have another card besides that one? Unfortunately, the Grave Singer is it Grave Singer or Grave? All right. So this time he does hit face. It is Singer. Okay. So He's singing. Apparently, that's his microphone. He's singing, and it's coming out through the thing's mouth. But anyway, it draws the highest card you have in your graveyard and gives it charge for that turn. And then it would, if it survives, it goes away. So unfortunately, that means that those little caw-caw things are the highest. Yeah, these guys here, they are the highest. The highest value cards that he has. So Gravesinger is not, in and of himself, really going to change the board state significantly. But doesn't really need it. I mean, he now has the health advantage, has definitely the board advantage, and even card advantage. So looking very good. Probably going to be able to close it out next turn. Avenged Fish. I don't know, especially in this kind of game, where he may not have the high-end weaponry that you normally would in those colors. Looks like he is probably, he's looking for an answer, but that's a whole lot. He needs a whole lot of answers in both lanes. Really. He will gain 3 life, 2 life, 3. It won't be enough though. And K Fluffy will take it on this turn. The 2 and the Gravesinger doing his thing. Got a lot of really good value from that Rothgar Forge. Sometimes it gives you a bunch of duds. Not this time. Next up for your viewing pleasure, Dano. Sporting the top 10 card there, for he has ascended to those heights in the past and is well on his way to getting there again now. Hopefully, Dano, you have fully recovered from the illness, such that it was from earlier in the week, and you are on the mend. Certainly climbing his way up the ladder. See where he ends up the season. For now, though, it's all about him against the usurper. Siegfried, I believe it would be Siegfried Schwaaard. Siegfried Schwaaard. We'll call him Siegfried, and I hope that pronunciation will suffice. Dano is the Miraculous, though, and I think Miraculous trumps the Usurper, although it's called the Usurper because it was usurp what you normally would think, so the Usurper could usurp the Miraculous, but we'll see. Dano looks like he is running... I don't know if he's giving me this list or not. I will ask him. So Siegfried is really pondering his mud crab options, which is good for Dano, because unless it is a roping technique, okay. I asked Dano what. Okay, mid-range Guildsworn is what we're working with here. I was hoping for a little more insight, but that's fine. I mean, that's really all you can say for a lot of this stuff. Like I said, it's peculiar because there used to be a trend where, people would just, if there was a card that, seemed really cool or something, they would name the deck after that. They'd be like, oh, this is my, Protector of the Innocent Guildsworn. It's like, you run the card in the deck. It doesn't mean the deck is... I mean, if you have a Rage deck, that's one thing. It's saying, okay, everything that I have here, revolves around or is geared towards getting some Rage value, and possibly that's my win condition. But there were some times where you're just like, oh, this must be a Wardcraft Guildsworn. So it can be very hard, I understand, to describe your deck exactly. If you just say mid-range Guildsworn, it's like, you can have all kinds of stuff in there. In this case, we do see Hero of the Anvil, but that came from the Crab. And the good news is, because it took a long time, unless Siegfried was, again, unnecessarily roping, it pretty much meant that he didn't know. It wasn't a great choice. So if you see an automatic discard from the Mud Crab, it means they got some amazing legendary versus like the Gerald Forager or something like that. So the longer your opponent deliberates with the Mud Crab, typically it means the better off you are. Hero of the Anvil, I remember thinking at one point that it was a fantastic card. I never played with it, but I just thought the idea of it was pretty cool. And then, because it gets discounted for each creature summoned this turn. Now, notice it doesn't say your own. That's why you saw it decrease when he played the Pawnbroker.
Greetings.
Yeah, Siegfried definitely... man, I don't know what... Is this Rope Wednesday? We had... Brave got roped for 3 turns, and then again at the end. Excuse me, Siegfried now doing some roping of his own. you hate to see it in Legendary. You know, you think maybe if they're a little lower rank, you have a little more grace there and go, hey, maybe they're just new to the game, they're trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Careful there, friend.
Again, you can all let me know if you're like, hey, the text is breaking up the game or something. I'm trying to, now that I can close the window easier and type faster, I think it's less intrusive. And I want to communicate, especially if it's with the person who's playing, you know, give a little insight into what they're thinking. But if it's distracting or you're like, hey, it just kind of takes me out of it, let me know and I will, I'll make sure to either cut that out of the video or I'll just refrain from commenting during it. On the iPad, it took forever. I want to comment on the game, but really, aside from saying Dano building up a nice board in the field lane, Blackhand Messenger, are we surprised? Are we surprised to see that fellow come down? No, say it with me, we are not surprised. Are we going to be surprised? Okay, that's a surprise. Was that really what he pulled from the Mud Crab? Did he prefer Bushwhacked over Hero of the Anvil? I mean, I'm not one to question. This is somebody at 328 Legendary. To me, though, that seems a little bizarre. A little bizarre. Maybe he got that from a card that I just blanked, you know, a random action item card. Okay, knowingly gives him a Fork of Population, knowing that he can use it this next turn if he so desires. And maybe that's what he's trying to bait it out. I mean, Dano's certainly not hurting for cards, so he doesn't need to do that. But I would think you'd want to play it sooner than later just because, well, no, I guess not. Because, I mean, even if his opponent knows he has it, it's not going to change what they do.
That's not right.
Interesting. Okay, he does choose the trade, just not with the Blackhand Messenger. Learning. This is good. See, my instinct is to take out Blackhand just that he can't get respawned or cool fire bloom or what have you. But, okay, so maybe no, there have been 2 crabs now, so that's an actually somewhat decent for a controlled Telvanni deck. Not great, but he will just essentially just eat a crap load of damage here. Doink and doink. And Luzra May, yep, she just gets rid of Blackhand Messenger, who sees all, but he dies and triggers a prophecy, which is fantabulastic, and almost gets the Hero of the Anvil down enough to be able to play just in that turn. And see, in that case, it would have been a 3-cost 4/4, which is a great value. So I think in the right deck, which would be, I guess any of your token, your wide board type willpower decks, he actually could be good. But usually the problem isn't so much getting a beefy card down, especially, I mean, when you've got the Lion. It's essentially a better version of that. It's the discounted version of Hero of the Anvil. You just have to have a creature in both lanes. So that's probably why. It's a cheaper, better version. Why would you play other than he's a Hero of the Anvil? I mean, who doesn't want the hero of the stationary object used for blacksmithing? Anyway, Siegfried back up to full health. Still missing a rune, though. Hopefully Dano's running the douche, so he can get rid of that pesky amulet that could very well keep Siegfried in the game. We are turn 7. We're getting into dangerous territory. Dano making good use of that fork. I'm a little surprised Siegfried gave it to him, because the last thing you want against an aggressive opponent, or even mid-range, is substantial card draw. So little peculiar there. Again, not definitively saying right or wrong, because both these players are much higher level than I am. So I question only to understand, only to try to rationalize. Okay. So this is a Unite the Houses deck.
Superb work.
I didn't really, but like Did not expect that. Did not expect to see a Unite the Houses. So yeah, so Siegfried, I guess this is Unite. Interesting. Fresh. Even more interesting that I'm guessing he had 2 Unites in hand, because what you really don't want to do, particularly at this stage of the game, is give away that you're a Unite deck. Half the time Unite decks work because you don't really know exactly what's going on. And in this case, for sure, you really wouldn't. I wouldn't suspect it in Telvanni at all. So he could have definitely caught me unawares. Maybe Dano was kind of getting a little suspicious, but you lose a lot of the advantage once your opponent can see that you're running.
Well, let's
Unite.
see if we can find something useful.
So, we will see what Dano does.
Take heart,
Lorenzo.
soldiers.
Guessing he wants to close it down. He can't attack. Well, he could have attacked the Bruma. Campbell doesn't count for squat in terms of. That's a neutral. It doesn't give you a benefit to Unite. The douche. The douche. It seems like the jig is up, though, unless Siegfried's sitting on another willpower card. I mean, he does. I mean, he just needs red, actually. Just needs red. At least for now. So I'm guessing we're going to see Dano drop the douche. Knock out the amulet that takes purple off the board and gets rid of the life gain. And take out the 3-2, possibly with the 4-4, just to take the willpower color away from Siegfried and make him produce another one along with red. So yeah, I mean, again, kudos to Siegfried. I think it's a very challenging deck to try to get Unite done on. At least in my brain. At least in my brain, the way my brain works. All right, so he's choosing not to deploy the douche, and just is he going for maximum damage here? He might be able to close it out. 3-5 plus the Schwaaard. Yeah, he'll be able to close this out, no problem.
We must protect our stronghold.
No? Wait, did I miscalculate? Yes, okay, he was one off. He was one off. So close, so close. Bruma? No? Okay.
Superb work.
Alrighty. So, barring a low-cost blue, purple, well, he could have the Cat's Paw would give him purple, blue, and green. And if he had like a Nord Firebrand and Unite, Siegfried wins. But at this point, all of that seems very unlikely. Not impossible, but highly improbable, to be sure. The douche again, coming in, a little later than you'd like, but certainly Dana wasn't having too much of a problem with this game in general.
I have no patience for fools.
All right, so he dropped another amulet. So despite the douche's best effort,
Superb work.
oh wow, just when you think he's out of magicka. Oh, that was a miss. I think he meant to hit the Cloud Rest Illusionist. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant to do, but it is all academic, as Dano just has straight up lethal, and closes the game out against Telvanni Unite. Alrighty, and we are joining Adventure for the first time, I believe, yet.
The Black Hand sees all.
Pretty much got him right at the start of the game. He took 2 damage a little bit earlier on, but we are on turn 5, and pretty much the opponents are tied. This is a casual game. Adventure, not a huge fan, as I understand it, of the ladder. He just likes to play just for fun, and so we're watching a casual match here. Obviously running Assassin. I don't know exactly what the build is. We are seeing Rift and Pickpocket there. Gray Fox, so a little bit of the use your stuff, yoink your stuff here. And he's up against Ganstein 228, or Ganstein? Ganstein or Ganstein. I think either one could work. I'm not sure which one's appropriate, but we're going to go with Ganstein. Ganstein? Ganstein. All right. Adventure wisely choosing to leave Mundus Stone alone there, not wanting any part of that grotesque nonsense. Ganstein getting rid of lightning bolts, not realizing Adventure has one in his hand. We will find out soon enough, though, I'm sure. If not in the coming turn, soon. All right, so this is a little bit of a just a little bit different. We're seeing Telvanni elements here, like Black Hand, a little more control-y type things, but we're also getting to see some more aggressive cards. Cliff Racer, Haunting Spirit. Although he didn't run Haunting Spirit, obviously that's from his opponent. Corner Club, Gray Fox. These are all solid mid-range. So I guess it's a mid-range, and as we know, Black Hand Messenger is a good pivot card. It does the drain, pings for some damage, so it can be a nice way to shift the tides on the board when needed. So certainly not unheard of to have in a mid-range deck, by my estimation anyway. Let's see, anything now he has to bear in mind, anything he plays now is going to get pinged for -1. Doesn't have to worry about a Leaf Lurker, so that's good. But interesting to see Covenant Dragons, which is, as best as I can tell, what Adventure is up against right now.
If I fall,
Just forget about seed.
Fox, what is he going to pick? Gatekeeper, Tome? A couple good ones there. Daggerfall, possibly. I would want to pull Daggerfall just because you could get negated. Poor Gray Fox would be very sad if the card that he brought back got removed from the board and all its value taken away. Einstein probably trying to figure out how he can get the Fighters Guild recruit out of the way so he can trade favorably with the Gray Fox. Let's see if he has an answer for it. He does not, it would appear. Okay, Merrick coming down. So we're seeing some good stuff here. This is really what... Oh, and I think we are going to see the silence. It's exactly what he was looking for. And now 6-7 eats. So an unfortunate turn of events for Adventure. That is pretty much worst case in that particular scenario. Of all the stuff for Merrick to give, had to be a silence. To quote what I say oftentimes, really, game? Really? So we might see Black Hand to make the trade, to eliminate the 4-2 and allow Cliff Racer to trade with Flame Spear. Poor Fighters Guild. Without his Venom, he is grossly impotent. Little 1-2, not going to hurt many people at all. Definitely a tense battle here. I mean, like, neither of these decks seem particularly control heavy or oriented, but neither one has broken a rune yet. We are on turn 9, and yeah, the board's not saturated. Pretty much have the amount of cards you'd have in your starting hand. Oh no! Ganstein was running, going singleton. Hopefully he does not have the Mushroom Tower, otherwise that could be... Alright, Wabbajack. Long as they mushroom tower. We know he had Mundus Stone because it was available for Adventure to pick. So he's got a few supports in hand, but he's not, for lack of a better term, abusing the thing. Oh, hey, all right, Adventure Running Journey. I like Journey. I don't think I've ever been able to play it successfully. I think the one time I played it, I had to play it when I only had like 6 cards in discard. You don't realize how long it takes to get a good chunk of your deck into the discard, which really doesn't matter because a lot of times the game will just have you top deck a bunch of the stuff that you just recycled in there. But I do like to see the card played. It is something you don't see a lot. It's kind of unexpected. And let's see, how many... you know what? He has a goodly amount in there. It might be worthwhile in the next few turns for him to actually play it. Maybe if you get another Cliff Racer in there or something. But I mean, Blackhand Messenger's coming down with attack power. That's pretty darn good. Doggone you, mouse. But it's just fun to see that. So we are seeing. This is, I think, the ideal. Oh no! It's Naked Prankster. But he's invisible. You can't touch me. So Ganstein might be turning to the offensive at this point, able to get Adventure down to 18. Yeah, it looks like he's making a push. And he's got that 4-cost 5/5 Vanguard. That's a sad Wabba. Sad Wabba. Not the worst. Kind of. I mean, in this situation, really not any better than Gerald Forager. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much a Gerald Forager. So it's effectively, it is one of the worst cards you could draw. I guess maybe the Scuddler. Oh, no! No! Oh, Adventure, I am sorry, my friend. No value for Journey. His opponent will never know just how badly he screwed it. I don't think that was a win condition necessarily for Adventure, but oh, that sucks. That sucks. Abner Tharn, maybe triggering. No, okay. Well, you can play both. I could almost see Gatekeeper and then Abner Tharn triggering Merrick and giving. Yes. Oh, is he listening to me? Are you listening to me, Adventure? What craziness is this? I don't think he's going to mimic Memory Wraith. I think he's going to mimic... No, because he would play Abner in the field lane if he was going to mimic Merrick. Yes. Yes, play him there. Mimic Merrick. Mimic Merrick. He mimicked Merrick! Adventure, I swear, if you're... Well, you can't... I'm not live streaming. Oh, gosh, folks, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I sound like an idiot, and that's... but, you know, Oh. Wabbajack doing good... Oh, boy. Trial Plans. All I can say is I feel like this is the best... We're seeing the best of what Casual has to offer. We're not seeing two like abused or overplayed or optimized meta decks going at it, or one going against the other one. We're seeing stuff that you just don't see on the usual. You don't usually see your mimics and your Wabbajacks and things of that nature. So it's good to see it different. It's a real bummer about Journey. I don't know that he would be able to play it in time anyway. He is going to get a double trade in the field lane unless the Wabbajack screws him. But he can take out... Interesting. Thought he was going to take out Merrick there and, you know, just die to Lucian. But looks like he is going to...
Khajiit must stay out of sight.
Oh, excuse me. Not a reflection of the game. Just, Okay, so maybe he's going, doggone it, I am going to get my Journey value. I'll play it next turn. One card in my graveyard, I'll play it anyway. All right, so he is preventing Ganstein from... I don't know if he'd be able to... With the Gatekeeper down, I don't think he could have made a lethal push anyway. 9, 15, 18. He could have been close. Oh, no. I mean,
Do you not fear me, mortal?
fantastic card, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. Oh, Knight to Remember is going to effectively clear the board. It will knock Adventure down to 6, but he is... Yep. He is going to wipe the board. What a top deck for Adventure. And Blackhand's going to... So, yeah, knocks him down to 6, gains 2, puts him to 8. And now he is in a fantastic position. Unfortunately, Odahviing is shackled, so he is going to have to survive 2 turns. But he also has Queen Baron's Eye, which can turn everything into guards in 1 lane. And also has Drain, obviously. So if Genstein does not have a answer for the Queen, this game will go to Adventure. And Adventure takes it with a Knight to Remember on Odahviing. Hot dog. And that's going to do it for today, folks. Sorry, my head was a little scattered today. I said a few stupid things, probably a lot of stupid things. It's amazing that you can make misplays in your mind when you're not even playing the game, but I managed to do it. Hopefully the next one will be better. I'm guessing I'm going to try to have one out for you on Friday as well. It probably is going to be another observational one if I can pull it off. Otherwise, you'll see me back at it with a deck of my own and maybe have a little bit of better luck than I had today. But 1 loss, really can't complain too much about that. Well, I mean, I had a 100% lose rate today, so not great, but I enjoyed watching you all play. It was fun, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep playing.